So, just to let you know, this is one of the things that happened at General Conference. So, the church, your church, our United Methodist Church, is constantly evolving and changing. It is constantly moving in different ways. We are constantly evolving, right? The church that John Wesley founded originally allowed bishops to own people as slaves, even though the United Methodist Church early on was very opposed to slavery. And eventually there was a divide over whether or not people could own slaves, and then eventually the church came back together. There was a divide over whether or not we should ordain women, and eventually the church came back together. And we are seeing this constantly throughout the history of our church. We are dividing and rekindling and dividing and rekindling and adjusting, right? I mentioned those two books a second ago, the book of Discipline and the book of Resolutions. The book of Resolutions contains United Methodist opinions on all sorts of things, most of which are very well written. So if you're curious, what does the Methodist Church feel about, you name the hot political topic, nuclear power, nuclear war, homelessness, etc., etc., etc. You can find our opinions in the book of Resolutions, which are non-binding, non-legal, but they're kind of what do we as the church feel and why. That's found in the book of Resolutions. But we are a church that is constantly changing because the world is constantly changing. Our understanding of who we are as God's people is constantly evolving and changing. Very much like any garden, you have different plants that sprout up at different times of the year. You plant different things in different seasons. Some areas of your garden may have flowers. Some may have vegetables. Some may have flowers next to vegetables. There are seasons in which you plant and seasons in which you harvest. And God is calling us at different seasons to be different people. And though, for many people, the changes made at General Conference will be life-giving, we also realize that this is not the end of pain, right?